I didn't know what to say for the intro in this video because honestly, the entire situation with Bronny James has been mind-boggling me for a while now. At first, I didn't even think it was up for debate, but the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. What makes this so intriguing is that you can feel two ways about this situation. What's even more complicated about this is that you can make two legit cases for each side. You can almost trick yourself and tell yourself that both sides and cases of this story are right. I'm pretty sure that 99% of you have no idea what's going on or what I'm even about to talk about. So without further ado, if you're new to the channel and you like content like this, what are you doing? Join the family, hit that subscribe button and leave a like for more. Now, let's get into it. 5-star recruit, top 25 player in the country, super talented, a freak athlete, and the list goes on and on. Bronny is in the perfect and ideal situation to succeed, and he has a ton of tools to help him get to wherever he wants to go with basketball. He's been gifted with talent, gifted with a great body, pause, and so many other things. There's almost no excuse for him to not get to the NBA, let's just be real. And oh yeah, I know it's going to be brought up, but we can't forget to mention that his dad is LeBron James, and that does help whether you think it does or not. I truly believe that whatever team LeBron's on when Bronny's eligible to be in the NBA, LeBron's going to make that team draft him, but that's a completely different video for a different day. Back on topic with this video, I know what you're thinking and you still may be confused. Yo Matt, what is this curious case with Bronny James? Well my friend, I'm glad you asked because we got a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get into it. We're going to start with the basic information of this story first, and this starts with LeBron and Bronny. Even though they're very close, they grew up in two completely different living situations. Bronny could put down the basketball today and not do anything until the day he dies, and he'll still be a millionaire and set for life. Not because of anything he's done so far, but because his dad's got money like that. On the other hand, for LeBron, it was very different. Although it was quote unquote different, it was fairly simple. You either make it out the hood with basketball or you stay in the hood and you're poor the rest of your life. Basketball was literally his only way out. You either make it to the league or you're in the hood till you die. There's no in betweens. I'm bringing that up to get into this. When that's your only option, and not just for LeBron but people in general, when your back is against your wall and you only have one plan, you typically give it 100% and go as hard as you can. For people in general, when their back's against the wall, that's when they perform at their highest level. Because they know that's their only option. You literally can't fail or your life's over. That right there was the exact case for LeBron James, and much respect for him to even getting out of that mess. Switching sides here and going back to our other main character, let's talk about it. Bronny's back isn't against the wall. He knows if he doesn't even play basketball, he's still going to be okay in life. And that's where things, at least for this video, start to get interesting. A lot of people around LeBron and his son feel like LeBron has NBA talent, but also there's been rumors going around that some people don't even know if he likes basketball that much. I'm not going to speak on that too much because I'm not Bronny, I'm not around him all the time, and I don't know how much he loves the game. But what I will speak on is this. I think he loves the game and he has a passion for it, but I don't think it was quite like his father, and here's why. When you know you have a couple of options in life, you don't give one 100%. He may like basketball, and he likes it a lot, but he knows and he does currently have other things going for him. Whereas for LeBron, you get what I'm trying to say, he only had one thing going for him, and that was the game. It's human nature at this point. If you're focused on one thing, you can give it 100%. But if you have 2 to 3 and 4 things going on in your life, you can't devote 100% to each and every one. So therefore, you don't have that undying passion for, let's say, basketball because you know that's not your only way out. You cherish things a little more when you realize that thing can help you get far in life. To put it more into perspective, let me ask you guys a question. Let's say your dad's LeBron James and you're a millionaire and you would never have to work a day in your life. But you also like basketball and you really liked it, but you know at the end of the day it's only going to make you a couple more millions of dollars, and what's that money to you when you know you're going to be a millionaire till the day you die? However, let's say your dad wasn't LeBron James and you grew up in a very poor area. Your mom's struggling, your dad's not in your life, and you know the only way to take care of your mom is play basketball and get to the NBA. So my question is, would you practice and play harder at basketball if you was in the situation with your mom and you was poor? Or would you practice and play harder in this situation when your dad's LeBron James? I think we can all agree that we would practice and take basketball way more seriously if we was in the poor situation. That's how this mess with Bronny is. A lot of people feel like he's not giving it 100%, which is completely fine. It's his life. He can do whatever he wants. I haven't watched him myself, but I know he streams on Twitch and he really likes that, and he also plays NBA 2K. And then on top of that, he joined FaZe recently, and that was a big deal. All throughout his life and even up to this point and years to come, all people talk about when bringing up his name is basketball. But some people haven't considered that maybe he wants to go a different route and do different things. I'm not saying his work ethic isn't there, but all I'm saying is when you've already made it and you're in a great situation, people typically don't work as hard. I think Bronny's a great and humble kid, and I think he's got a bright future ahead of him, not just in basketball, but in whatever he chooses to do, because he's very humble. Being humble is so overrated, it's going to take you so far in life. Some of you don't understand it. And for the main part, that's why a lot of people like this kid. Yeah, he has some haters, but not as much as you would think. Moving on with this video though, we can get into my favorite and maybe even the best part. Now we are about to talk about strictly basketball, and this is where the debate starts to heat up. Bronny has been bouncing back and forth between a 5 and 4-star recruit, and at one time he was ranked in the top 20 for overall players. He has went down, but it's because he was hurt. There's so many people that feel different about this. Some people think he should be ranked higher, some people think he's in a perfect spot, and some people think he doesn't deserve it. And what's bizarre about this is that you can make a legit case for any 3 of those options. I'm going to try to be completely unbiased and look at the facts though. He's been flip-flopping between a 4 and 5-star recruit for a minute, and he's been hovering around that 30th best player mark, so we're just going to say that for this video. With Bronny being listed as a 5-star recruit, the first thing everybody thinks is, oh yeah, that makes sense, it's LeBron's son. But should we give him that 4 or 5-star ranking just because he's LeBron's son? You can say or believe what you want, but being the son of an NBA star and legend, it has its benefits, and that's one of them. When I started looking at the numbers though, I can see why some people are furious about this, and here's why. With Bronny being listed as a 4/5-star recruit and one of the top 30 to 40ish players in the country, his numbers do not back that up at all. He didn't even play in this most recent year, and in the year before, he came off the bench, but he only averaged 5 to 6 points per game. I'm not going to pull them up, but if you go to the ESPN rankings or the 24/7 Sports, every player in the top 100, 200, or even 300, they're averaging 20 to 25 to 30 points per game. You also have plenty of players that are unranked that are averaging 30 to 35 points per game. So for people to have Bronny in the top 100 makes people mad, and you can see why. I mean, when's the last time we've seen a 5-star recruit only average 5 to 6 points per game? It's never been done. And I get it, 100%. He was playing on a stacked team, and I personally think his spot in the rankings suited him best. This was supposed to be a big year though before the virus, because he was going to start and shut up most of the critics and haters up, but that didn't happen. He played in 2 to 3 games at such a small sample size. He didn't do much. He had a game with 9 and 10 points, and then he got hurt, and he hasn't played since then. It's apparently said that he should play later in this AAU season, but we haven't seen him just yet. Even when he does return, why would I believe that he's going to average 20 to 25 points per game? I don't see it happening. Points, stats, numbers, they're not everything, they're not, but they do mean something, and I really believe that. All I'm saying is, and I want you to ask yourself this question, would he be ranked this high and getting this much hype and attention if he wasn't LeBron's son? I don't think so. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think he'd be any star recruit, and he wouldn't even be ranked in the top 300. Some people are going to try to say in the comments, well, he's been hurt, he's come off the bench, and blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? There's other players that have been hurt and come off the bench too. He's not the only one. So why is it fair that he's ranked in the top 100 and other players aren't? I do think whenever he starts playing, hopefully next year and the year after, he will prove that he deserves that spot. I really do. But for right now, I think he doesn't. It's not that I don't think he's good. He's a great player. And I think he arguably, when he starts playing and heating up, he could be a top 10 player. But I can't justify that because he hasn't played. It also puts the people who make these rankings in a tough situation because they know he's a great player, but he's not playing, so it's hard to rank him. I get it. There's a lot of pressure on him though, and we all know this, because I'd hate to see what happens whenever he does start playing and let's say he plays bad. People are going to be coming for his neck just like they come for LeBron's. I don't want to talk about his college and NBA situation too much because that's pretty far away, and I'm sure in the next couple of years we'll make a video talking about it. I'm very curious though. Let me know in the comment section down below. If Bronny wasn't LeBron's son, would you rank him in the top 100? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But with all that being said, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. If you're new to the channel, what are you doing? I see you in your bed picking your nose. Join the family. Hit that subscribe button and leave a like for more. And as always, let's be great. I'm out, y'all. Peace.